The guys are going to be aiming for pool play this time at EGL, which I don't think's unreasonable. I don't think it's a stupid aim.
Going into the tournament, we found out that the teams we had to play was Clamber in the second round, then most likely Efrex in third, and then we would have fought Team Descent in fourth. We were confident about this, even though we thought Efrex was the strongest team in Open, but we thought that if we could beat Efrex, then we'd have a really good shot making pools. Well, the first round we played against Clamber in the second round of winners. We played breakout hardpoint. Essentially, we just went in full of confidence, and I think it showed throughout the map.
We didn't have a warm-up for that game, which is a reoccurring theme you'll notice in this recap, but it's like a pickup team, and it's, no offense to the players, but I feel like everyone on our team is better than them, so it was just sort of like a squash match that kind of warmed us up for the rest of the event, and the hardpoint kind of reflected that. Well, it was like a 70-point club in the hardpoint, everyone played really well, so not really much to talk about that. S&D was a little bit closer, but it's a pickup team, and they played S&D so weird. Like, it was just, I've never seen a team play S&D like that, so we didn't really know what to expect, but adapted to it, and games went really close.
Second round after we played Clamber's team, we came up against U4X. I think personally, if we came off strong, we could have won, which unfortunately in the hard point we started,
90-point difference, wasn't it?
Yeah, retail hard point, it was 90-point difference. Well, we brought it back near the end, I think up to 230 to 200 going into Broken Hill.
Let's go, Mike! Keep it up, boys!
This game was frustrating for me personally because, between the first round and second round, we had around a 2-hour wait because when we beat our round 2 game, U4X still needed to play their round 2 game, but their round 2 game was still in the first round, so they didn't even know who they were going to play in the second round. And then we finally get to the station, I get everything set up, and I'm told, you have 2 minutes to warm up, when I'm like, U4X has just played for like an hour and a half, they're still warming up for us, so it's almost like we were a cold team going in against probably the best team in Open, a team that matches us very well. So the hard point, I think, was a case of like, I started off slow, wasn't really shooting straight, started to heat up as the game went on, but you give a 90-point lead to a team and they should be able to close it out.
Pass it with your fucking knife.
And then the S&D was pretty good S&D. I think just lack of trade-in. We played them online on that map and we beat them on that map just before the event. It's almost like they, in a way, sort of copied how we set up on defense. I noticed that, like, on defense, I used to sit back in the second hard point and then before the trophy just wait. I noticed that whenever we pushed A, Dreams was doing that, whereas when we played them online, they would have Haze push right up on the site. We kept it close, I think it was like 2-2, and then we just stopped trading. They started outplaying us in some of the offensive rounds. The defense was, we kept giving them site control and they get bombs down too easy, and it just sort of spiraled out, and then they won 4 straight, so.
Everyone didn't play the same way in that game than we do online, so I think it's not so they outplayed us as much as us outplaying ourselves. I think it's definitely like a heartbreaking first game which put us into the next game, and I think going into the second map we weren't 100% going into it. I don't know if everyone was so confident. Everyone was kind of still annoyed that we lost it, which we shouldn't have, which, that's what we get for not going in 100%. I think after all that, what put us into loser bracket, we put even more pressure on ourselves than we probably should have. Everyone was like, their heads went down a lot, everyone got annoyed, and I feel that really put us under pressure for the whole event.
Alright, so after we got knocked out into losers by U4X, the first people we played against was, I think we played the winner of Cyrix versus One House. Won the first map against them, and we beat them like 250 to 160 or 70, something like that. But kind of altercations, because going into the map, we were told, or I was told by an admin, like our whole team, that the first map was throwback hardpoint. So we played that map, and then it turns out that the actual first map for losers round 3 was breakout hardpoint. So basically we had to have this whole ordeal with admins, and then them complaining, trying to scrub the map off of us essentially.
They tried to make some bullshit story up that they knew it was wrong and they would try to tell us before the game that it was wrong, and it was like, no, nobody knew it was wrong, because if you know the map's wrong, you do what? You spawn in, you let us kill one guy, then you leave and go, you're right, okay, you forfeit. I think that whole ordeal literally made the map just like, everyone was just angry, like both teams were just so angry.
Well, I mean, we played S&D really poorly this whole event. Like, we left it too late to practice it, and then just kind of left it. We all wanted to play kind of our own way in it, so I guess against One Hash, like, they kind of played a bit like Climate Bros team when we played them in the first round. It was kind of like they would kind of run about all over the place, and we were trying to play setups or rushing, and it wasn't really working. So they ended up beating us the second map in the S&D, what, 6-5?
Yeah.
We lost at round 11. So then went to third map on Precinct Uplink.
We were never losing Precinct Uplink.
I mean,
no way.
That was never really close.
We were so unlucky that they changed the rotation to Hardpoint S&D Uplink, and not like it was in AW and Black Ops 3, it was Hardpoint, Uplink or CTF, and then S&D in a best of 3, because our Uplink is like untouchable at times. Like, we had a really good Uplink team.
Yeah, then took the W, 2-1. Sent them home.
Sent them home.
You're going home!
Obviously said GG's afterwards. I'm not a pro sportsman, but yeah. One Hash was an unneededly intense game. It didn't need to be intense, but it was made intense by them trying to be scumbaggy, I guess. Fourth round, we played Profound. Profound's a team in Open that I wouldn't want to play. It's like, it's a team that they now have a point to prove, and I know how good they are online, and if they just transferred it over and just clicked on LAN, they would be a really dangerous team. As proven, they went to losers round 1 and then just put together this crazy losers bracket run and just knocked out like TD and teams like that. So going to that map, I was like, we gotta play well, we gotta slay well, because if they slay us, they're gonna beat us, because that's the way they play. They basically play one guy in hill and then just kill around him the whole time. So fortunately in the first hardpoint throwback, their player Seb, their hill player, just went off. He was popping 2 pieces out of his ass, just front hitting the hill, killing them. I mean, me and Webster had a pretty good matchup that game. We were like trading kills pretty effectively on spawns. I was getting a spawn most of the time, but you can't do much when they front hit the hill and kill everybody. So it devolved into basically, I was like, all right, we just got to start flooding hills, try to get time on the board. But when a player's going off, he was going off, they got streaks, and it basically just one man just pummeled us in, and then off of that, the rest of them just sort of picked up the dirty work, got the needed kills, and he just went off. Seb just went man mode in that half point, so not much you can do about that.
And then we went on to play Retail Search and Destroy against them after. We lost the first 2 rounds, and then we brought it back 1, and then they took the next one, so it was what, 3-1? No, 3-1 to them.
3-1.
And then we took the next one after that, making it, what, 3-2, and then I'd say they won the next 2 after that, so it was about 5-2.
Yeah.
So we were, what, 1 round away from losing, and then at that point we kind of were just like, alright, we need to just start hitting things just as a 4-man, just flying at them. And what, we took then 2 more rounds off them, made it 5-4, and then we went to go stack a site on B-bomb down by the market stairs, and then due to like some miscommunication and bad timing, we kind of just choked on the round. We lost gunfights, so we shouldn't have lost, and just misplayed scenarios, and then they ended up winning the last round and being a 6-4 in the search and knocked us out then because of that.
I mean, no disrespect to him, I love those guys, but I think the S&D we almost should have won. Like, we went down 5-2 granted, but going to like that round 10, I was 25 off of streaks, I had like 12 kills. Keen had his camo, so if we just made it through that round, we would have taken round 11. So now I get first blood on Webster on the green truck, but some unfortunate timing, Scaff's given up. As soon as we give it up, they double hit out of Scaff, and then it just becomes this huge trade fest down by the B-bomb site. Ended up in a 1v1, and my man Mike got some of the worst timing and worst positioning I've ever seen in a 1v1. He basically just jumps over Ajox's head as he runs the corner. Ajox sees his foot, just turns around and shoots him in the back, and yeah, just leave it to Clutch, and unfortunately Clutch was on our side.
Yeah, it's a disappointing result to be fair, but we all know that and everybody's gutted. We should have made pools.
I wouldn't say we played our potential in nearly most games.
This whole weekend was just inconsistencies in scheduling and gameplay and warm-ups. It just felt, the whole weekend just felt weird, like off, I guess you could say.
So the hybrid team had a really hard start going into EGL. Regardless of how you look at it, Bulldog, it was always going to be an incredibly hard game. First up, you know, they went on to finish top 16, I think, so it was always going to be a difficult game. And they're a solid team, and I think regardless whether it was hybrid or main that came up against them, I wouldn't have been looking forward to either team playing that game, just because it is so difficult. So they dropped into the lower bracket where they played Gaming for Cancer, which is a fantastic cause. Unfortunately for them, the hybrid team were able to beat them and knock them out, and they went on to play Veloso Esports. And Veloso Esports is an organisation that I've not heard of, in fairness, but their guys played well, and they managed to knock out the hybrid team and send them home.